Yeah, thank you so much. My Coco, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. Nice to see you in the comment section and really talking and commenting about things that pertain to our future. It's always nice to, like socialize. You always think that socialize are probably at a very, very large distance from the reality of things. But
Right.
with time, you get to see, Anatanaki, you Hill Commander, like a lot of other socialites, you've got a big
Mhm.
following, and not necessarily are you politicians, but to see that you actually care about the future, you care about Zimbabwe. I mean, that's big. What
Yes.
drives you to actually say, you know what, I want better, even though I'm not a politician or I'm not really like a politics person, but I still want better. Like, I'd like to understand where you're coming from.
Okay. First of all, hi Theo. Hi Sir Hopewell. Thank you so much for having me on the platform. It's an honor to share it with you. And I'm so glad that you're hosting this live and bringing enlightenment, particularly to us in the diaspora who don't have a firsthand view of the situation that's taking place in Zimbabwe. I've actually learned a lot about what's going on through watching Sir Hopewell's Instagram posts. And for me, it's very important to make a change for the future of Zimbabwe because I am Zimbabwean, even though not by birth. I was raised in Zimbabwe. My family's from there, and that's where my culture and my heritage is from. I would one day love to take my children back home and possibly build, if that is something that can happen, and that's determined by our vote. Like Sir Hopeful said, something that was very insightful today, that a lot of the ZANU-PF supporters will come and paint the narrative that our vote doesn't matter because the elections will be rigged anyway. But now we've learned today that if there is a large turnout and the youth at the polls, that will be very difficult to do and that we must defend our vote. So that has given me hope alone to spread the word that um, it should push us more to want to go and register to vote because we can truly make a difference this time. I mean, I've seen an overwhelming amount of support for the Citizens Coalition for Change. It seems like people are starting to be enlightened and using the power of social media to spread the word and to become united. I feel like this next year could be something different than what we've seen in previous decades.
Thank you so much. I think that's very encouraging to hear.
I have a question for you, Sir Hopewell. What is it that you would like us to know about the situation in Zimbabwe right now as the youth, and how can we use our platform to effect change?
I think the most important thing, my sister, that you need to know is that the youth are in the majority, over 70%, as Marco said, and only about 20% of them are registered to vote. That's the disjuncture of our democracy. The people that need to vote the most are the ones who are not registered to vote. Elderly people are registered to vote, and they are the ones that are causing all these problems. So perhaps if you use your platform to encourage the youths, to remind them that they are in the majority, they can determine the future of this country, that would be great. Because we saw that in Zambia. We saw socialites in Zambia on Twitter, on Facebook. They were doing Facebook Lives, encouraging people, and it really worked. And people like yourself are very important in our society in rallying the youth to go out and register to vote because they trust your voice. I'm considered an old man because I'm 50. Uh, and when they look at you and you explain to them also the quality of life you have where you are, and you explain to them that you are able to have this quality of life because you are in a society with an economy that works, where investors come, where there's investor confidence, where you can walk into a bank and you can borrow money and you can start your business. We have got a lot of young people in Zimbabwe who have got so much in terms of ideas. They've got so many ideas floating around, but they don't have the capital to start their business because that money is not available. When
Right.
it is available, it is only available to the ZANU-PF elites. So perhaps you need to encourage them on that basis to so that they realize that change will not the change in their quality of life will not take a long time once there's been a change of government. But for them to understand that for that to happen, they need to register to vote and they must actually vote. I think you can make young people like you and Jessica can make voting cool and sex and cool, you know, because I was telling my nieces that why would you date someone who's not registered to vote?
Yeah.
That's interesting. You know, any way that you can get the youth to get excited about voting and really understand that they are the hope for the future. So I just like to thank you so much for all your philanthropic work and for bringing enlightenment, because you are essentially putting your life on the line, you know, by raising awareness to the issues in Zimbabwe and things that the government needs to fix. Even internationally, I've seen you on different news platforms in the UK as well as the US and everywhere. So I'd just like to say thank you so much. It is such an honor, and we greatly appreciate all your work.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I saw something in the comments section. Trish suggested that Sir Hopewell go live one day with Nelson Chamisa and utilize badges. I'm not sure how familiar you are, Sir Hopewell, with the badges as a way to raise funds towards the campaign.
Well, these are things that we can always learn. You know, you guys have got a better understanding of you know, that can be the tools that can be used out there to help fund. And I'm happy. Feel free to get in touch with me offline. Inbox me, and I'll send you my number, and we can get the conversation going offline. I'm happy to suggest to Nelson Chamisa all those things, and he's somebody that is receptive to new ideas. So I'm happy to do that, and any other ideas for that matter, things that would actually work for our country. Right now in Zimbabwe, some of us are in the process of looking at the spaces that we know are going to be guaranteed to be taken over by Triple and the progressives, and already working with institutions in Britain, America, South Africa, Canada, making sure that, you know, you don't want to be in a situation where 2023 comes and then you start figuring out how are we going to do things. So those conversations are happening offline, and as they should with any organization that is seeking power. And my experience with Triple C has been that each time I propose things, they interrogate them, and if you're able to make your case, they will take them forward. So I'm quite happy to do that. And young people should feel free to come up with their ideas. I mean, I was hosting a space, I think it was on Thursday, where some young person, I forgot to take their details, they were talking about how the issue of beans can be resolved in Harare and many other cities. And those are the sort of ideas that we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. And Jessica, I just wanted to say I would love to see you as the first female Zimbabwean president. You definitely have my vote.
Michael, I'm a technocrat. I'm a corporate person. Maybe someday, I don't know, you know.
We never know.
But thank you so much. It means a lot hearing that from you.
I'll start making posters tonight.
No, but no, that's all right. And thank you to everybody who came to watch.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much.
Let me save it.